Why, hello there, fellow crewmates. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners, episode 33. Thieves from the Sky Die. It's coming together. Whoa. They really need to make the smoke vents like a gentle transition, because it is so jarring in the way that it is instant darkening at present. It's super weird. 2 turrets are not in home zone. This one? Siege from Nyalm. Alright. Where are they? To the south. So in terms of attachments, we got fire foam, smoke, orbital bombardment. Orbital bombardment obviously would end it quick. I might just use the orbital bombardment. Oh, you know what? I could also... Animals? There's really not a lot of animals on the map tile. So in terms of their weapons, a lot of their weapons are pretty short range. So there's at least that. I think what I'm going to do is pick on them until they decide to come to the to my ship, because the ship will shred them. Rather than to use any like special one-shots. Oh, you know what? There is the Doomsday Launcher. Doomsday Launcher. A siege is perfect for Doomsday Launchers. So Runloth is going to do what he does best. Have fun. You killed 4. And they're assaulting the colony. Pierogi inside, please. Cheers, by the way. So there's not a lot to salvage off of this. This guy has marine armor, but you have armor, marine, and recon. Yeah, I guess there's some marine and recon to salvage. So go get your ranged weapon. You guys line up here. Defense is turning on. Activate the shield. Klein, could you build this door? Because without that door, they can like walk in, which would be a little weird. And stand close to the turrets so that we don't get melted. I didn't notice that any of them had EMP weapons, but there is the concern that if they do, they could negate our shields quickly. Alright, good got struck by blinks. Runloth, I was pretty sure I told you to grab your weapon, but apparently I failed at that. And Good's fire weapon has caused the enemies to flee outside the shields. Okay. At this point... Ow, Puig is getting wrecked. Does this dude have a bionic arm? I have 2 bionic arms. Puig's torso is, like, almost destroyed, so I am rushing to help. Oh god, don't shoot Puig. Okay, Puig survived, but oh my lord. 3 strikes from that bionic arm, and my torso was almost not a torso anymore. So Runloth is coming out here to clean up the mess, and to try to capitalize on the on those that have armor for me. Speaking of which, strip. Strip. And then, of course, there's the whole, like, cleaning up afterwards. Strip. Strip. Kill. Kill, kill. Oh, no, actually, ooh, strip quickly. Don't spread your fire around, you jerk. Alright, so Puik and Glitch. Glitch tend to Puik, and there we go. Alright, so I'm going to put VacSafe for everyone except for Runloth. Because I don't want anyone seeing dead bodies that they don't have to see. What I can do, actually, is... I'll put them in Area 1, and I'll allow some grave digging. Because this zone here is not close to dead bodies. So it should be fine for people to dig some graves. Because the closest dead body's out of line of sight. There we go. Nice. We got so much free armor out of this. I might need to stop the fire spreading so it doesn't ruin the marine armor. But, I'm going to dig the graves first. For these three. Strips without putting out the fire. How does that work? Aggressively? I don't know. It worked, though. Yep, that marine armor is getting torched. Glitch. We saw some dead bodies, but not a lot. Did you bury them all? Yeah. Wow, that was a lot of free armor. And we're in a blizzard. That's less than pleasant, but at least we'll put the fire out to preserve the loot. Blizzard and darkened skies is pretty cool. Yeah, it is. It is quite cool. So now that they're zoned on Area 1, I'm just going to expand Area 1 a little bit to include the new turret bays so that we can build them. There we go, that looks right. And this siege was not one related to the survey. So this was not a, like, you know, clearing the survey siege. I think all the non-tainted armor has already been grabbed. So all the rest of the corpses out there that have armor, I can strip tomorrow. It doesn't really matter because we're going to be smelting their stuff anyway. But that's nice recon armor. And marine armor. So Puik is going to don the marine. Also, I know my bitrate's a little lower because of my ISP problems, and blizzards probably look like garbage given my bitrate problems. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. Oh, the uptime command predicts a marathon? Yeah, I forgot to update that at the start of the stream. Let me fix that. So all the service doors are getting ready to be made. And then we'll dye it. Looks like we are low on steel. Okay. I think that's the closest. How are you still up? Brunloth, go take some mercy on Bishop. His shield belt was like, no! And then I was like, well, I don't care. Yes, but louder. Kinda sucks moving around in the blizzard here, but once we have the bodies tidied up, I can haul the tainted armor with everyone, not just with Ruinloth. Arctic Wolf hunting Klein. Oh god, blizzard accuracy. Well, it's bleeding, albeit not much. Cheers! Actually, I have a lot of idle people, so I might as well just have a fire team come out and deal with this. Get over here! I know you're after me. Can't hide the fact. So, this might be the last dead, second to last dead body? So let's check. Dead. Not buried, not buried. Yeah, okay. So, once he's done with that body, they're all buried. Unrestricted schedule. I'll double check. Yep. All the humans are buried. What is the dark spot smoking? It's a smoke vent. An ancient smoke vent. I did mention wanting to wear proper armor. So once all the turret sites are done being built, I will pivot my, I'll pivot Klein to start making marine armor, marine helmets. We do have a free recon helmet though, so I'll give that to Glitch for now. And then, once that's done, I can actually smelt all the vac helmets. I'll just like get rid of the everything vac. It's not exactly warm in the ship. It's not bad, given that it's like a negative 25 Celsius blizzard outside. And we're here for 3 more days. Most of their weapons are like bio-coated. Most of their gear I don't even care about, except for the smeltable stuff. And we're smelting them down. Okay. The blizzard's finally over, which is nice. So we're waiting on acquiring steel so that we can make the autocannon and slug turrets. So that's mostly just like mining away here until we have more steel, because we did run out. And we're not exactly swimming in components either. So I'll mine up any compacted machinery that I see as well. So there's only this site known. But we're getting it. The darkness is a little annoying. The darkness makes it a little bit more difficult to... Oh, there it goes. I was going to say a little bit more difficult to traverse the map tile, but then the light came on. Pierogi. I'm going to let you wander out there. I mean, you're not technically a bonded animal, so if you die, it's not like... I mean, it's unfortunate, but no one's going to have, like, a mental break. And I think all the tainted stuff is, smelted? Yeah. So I can turn off the smelter. Oh, nope, that's wrong button. There we go. Cool. So we've delivered some of the steel... So in terms of ballparking, 350, 300, so 650... 9... So we need about 1,500 steel to finish off the projects that we have right now. I have a lot of idle people, so I could break down lights and things made of steel in here. It's not going to yield me a lot. Hey, it's weird, there's like a compacted steel there. And then there's like steel structures in here. I mean, it's slow, but if we have idle people, might as well. We have an orbital platform for more grav cores. So that's almost directly above us. Once we wrap up here. So speaking of wrapping up here, we've got 2 more days here. We should be getting the raid to attack the survey scanner soon. That's probably coming. Which is why I've been prioritizing getting turrets up around the ship. So that we have plenty of walloping firepower to kill whatever messes with us. Actually, technically speaking, because this is already like external to our ship and not a vacuum risk, I can just, these doors are fine to be used. So with Hunter Drone done, I'm going to get Cryptosleep Caskets. And all of the components in uranium are delivered. Good. Who has Tattered Apparel? Turtle? Alright, you need a new helmet. Actually, recon helmet. That's nicer. So we need 350 steel there, 350 steel there, 350 steel there. So about 1,000 steel shy of having all the turrets that we wanted done. And these... Oh god, where are they? Oh no! Why? Why? They're landing in the middle of my ship. I hate you. Ah, fine. Everybody around. Steal and leave. Alright, so they're going to try to steal stuff up. Pierogi. No. Let's get you out of harm's way. Where could Pierogi go? Pierogi, go to the hospital. Close the door behind you. So stealing is actually probably good, because that will allow me to just, like, shoot them While they're, because my ship is literally surrounded by turrets. They're not going to be able to walk off the map tile without getting eradicated. I'll have Fang Face and Klein go north. So then it's just a bother of like putting everything back where it belongs. And making sure that, like, I don't set them on fire. Okay, so the jerks grab my grav engine, because of course they would. But in terms of, like, actual damage done, it was pretty marginal. So we've got grav, we've got fuel, core, let's see. It's going to be a little difficult to shield people from the ugly reality that a bunch of people died. But, put that fire out, please. God, this is a mess. Berry. Alright, so Klein and Puig. I'm gonna have you dig graves quickly so that we can limit the whole, like, dead bodies debuff. Why are you crawling into my... Alright, you know what? Moron. I didn't really want them burying, but, like, the faster we get the corpses out of the way, the better. And then everything can go back to normal. Now that's a rotted corpse. I'm going to keep that forbidden. I'll keep them forbidden until there's a grave for them, and then have Ruinloft bury. Whatever happened to dig the grave, Puig? Puig, like, dug 3/4 of a grave and was like, I'm done! It's like, that's not done, Puig. That's not what done means. And at this point, I think we are, we're probably done defending the survey, so it's just like running out the clock. So let's search dead. All humans are buried. So now we just need to, like, put things back. Cinnamon Knight, thank you for the gifted subs. Oh, did they? There you go. Yoda Cam not fire off? Should've. I'll do it manually. So, smelter on. And we'll get rid of the slag. You know, I just realized I didn't actually check the enemies for, armor. But, whatever, I don't care. Or Plasteel fine. We did roof it up, if you were wondering, so it's already been roofed back up. So I think the ship is mostly back to how it was. It doesn't need to be exact as long as it functions. But yeah, all the power and everything is back to normal. I would say that that's probably the best way to handle the like pod drop raids in the middle of your ship, is to just like let them steal it and then kill them as they come out. It's annoying to put things back, but I think having a full-fledged firefight in here would be even worse. Especially given that some of our weapons are incendiary weapons. It would have like probably set the ship on fire, then there'd be fire foam everywhere, there'd be a big cleanup, it would get really nasty, there'd be corpses everywhere. It's better that we did it this way, I think. Supplies. Bowler hats for stuff I don't really care about, except maybe the sharp LMG. Ornamental, but also piercing rounds. So it has armor pen, but it does less damage. I don't really care. So I'm going to say no to this, because the rewards are just kind of bleh. A pain stopper. I don't think anyone has need of pain stopper. No. So, yeah. I'm nixing that myself. So we're just collecting the rest of the materials and getting the turrets up. You don't know what I'm planning to do with the ship yet, but the telescope could be outside. I'd prefer it not to be. It's easier to get to this with no pathing intrusion than coming here, which vents out my heat, my oxygen, you know. So in terms of economy, I have it where I want it. We've yet to make this autocannon turret, but I believe there's enough steel down there to accommodate it. And if not, I'll get the steel from here. Looking good. 14 more hours and we can be out of here. So the question I have for you guys is where to go to next. There's Grav Ruins. I think that's it. So there's 2 Grav sites or ruins. I don't need chem fuel. I don't need meat. So those aren't constraints. We have plenty of food. I could even hunt some more. But yeah, we have plenty of food, so that's not really a problem. The stack of steel forbidden in the town? Yeah, I can grab that, I guess. Get the light bulb, too. Ooh, and we're just about done with the autocannon turret. So given that the autocannon turret is wrapping up, let's queue up marine helmets to be made until we have 1 from Klein, 95 plus. So start stocking marine helmets until everyone's got one. So we don't lose ears, nose, eyes, etc. I guess nose would be the hardest, because I don't have the DLC that allows us to make an aesthetic shaping nose. And Pierogi's now free to roam about the ship. The other thing I should update. Vacuum safe zones. Really hasn't changed much. No. That's all set. Alright. So if you take a look at the power grid, there's a complete power grid around where all the turrets are, and then dead power so that they can turn off it remotely. So everything's perfect. And we're just collecting a little bit more steel, and then we'll be on our merry way. And with the plasteel and uranium we have a good amount for some marine helmets. So Klein is cranking out the marine helmets so we can get out of the vac helmets, because Good, Fang, and Klein are still using vac helmets, and then the others have recon helmets, which we could graduate out of as well. There it is, shield gen. And I was thinking of putting the shield gen here. To cover the big turrets in back. And then there's a tiny overlap zone here. Not that I'm going to try to take advantage of it much. Service scanner. From all the annoyance of defending this thing, I want to smash it before we go. Oh, there's yet another... So there's a orbital hub. Which is like an abandoned orbital platform. But so you guys want me to go to ruins first? I'll do the ruins next. So I'm going to stop mining so that we can haul before departing. With all the turrets that we have, we need to maintain a pretty healthy stockpile of both steel and uranium to reload. That's a bit of a constraint. The other thing I wanted to do is to make sure to have a stockpile of hunter drones, because hunter drones can be really useful. I just don't have a good place to put the machining table without blocking a lot of stuff. Because we're good on clothing for right now, I'm gonna uninstall the tailor and put the machining in. But while we work on the marine helmets, I will not worry about that. So we're going to launch, I think. Almost. What's Turtle doing? Hauling steel in? Yep. And as soon as that is in... Why? At least it's just Puig, but that's kind of the most annoying because Puig is our brawler. So you know what I'm going to do? You're going to get cured fast. I ain't got time for this nonsense. Also parasites. Okay. Launch. Go. After we do the ruins, where do you want to go after that? The Grav core or an orbital platform? Because we have a orbital hub here. Alright. If we want to deal with these enemies, one way is we could point... So, maybe I'll park here. Well, so parking here would be the safest because, like... No, there's ruins in the way. Maybe park like that. We park here. All of our turrets basically point at them, and they get melted. But if we wait for them to approach by parking somewhere like here, this actually, I like this spot the most. Because most of the turrets aren't pathable, meaning that they can't just like bash it or bum rush it. And then we have lots of time to for them to approach. So, that's my park zone. So here's where things are airtight on the ship. For now, I'm going to have everyone stay in the vacuum safe zone. knowing that these guys are coming in. And look at their weapons. No EMP launchers. Pretty tame in terms of gear set. So I'm not all that concerned. So what I'll do is queue up... I'll do that after we defend. But yeah, there will be a lot of good loot here for sure. So the other advantage is opening these doors and leaving them open gives us like a shooting spot. So we have a very defensible layout here, I think. Oh, don't deactivate. All right. Waiting them. Looks like some are coming from the left. And then more to the right. There we go. Oh wow, they're going away around the long way. Weird. They're going to get shot a lot on that approach. This brawler is going to try to breach, but I'm not too worried about that. Because as soon as he starts to enter... Oh, never mind. Already a corpse. You can see why I wasn't all that worried about it. Hope no one's related. Southpaw needs to die. Southpaw is doing a lot of damage to that turret. Ah, shoot. Loser. I turned off the turret too. Alright, so then the other way is getting fired on. So let's go over there now. Turtle, I'm going to have you close these doors. Also keep in mind that unlike normal attacks, the enemies here are set to fight forever. They will not flee. There's nowhere to flee in space. And, Puig, activate the other shield. Okay, other shield's up. Bang face took clip. I don't really need injuries here, so I'm just gonna have them, like, dip. So there's only Kimmy, Horn, and Knight. Thank you, Turtle, for turning all that stuff off. Oh, close that door, too. And I'm going to prioritize using autocannon turrets over slug turrets. Slug turrets are going to be more for emergencies because it's cheaper to refuel autocannon. Ruin Loft, stand there. Still out of range? I'll lure this person in closer. So everyone go in vac safe except for Runloth. And you all can chill. Runloth will finish the 2 attackers himself. Being bloodlust and all, it's kind of what he wants to do. Plus, this toxic buildup is nasty. Like, he basically killed that person with toxic rounds. It's disgusting. In, like, a good way, not a bad way. Disgustingly strong. Come on, Kimmy. Come on. Come here, Kimmy. You can't see me. You're just standing there like an idiot. Definitely like an idiot. In terms of their vac suits, I don't really care if they're, like, alive or dead. Makes no difference when I smelt them. So, you are going to need sleep, but the zone's cleared of threats, and we got shot, like, barely at all. So all their vac suits will smelt down for a little bit of plasteel, which is not terrible, allowing us to replace the turret that we lost. But all in all, that was pretty good defense. Being able to decide exactly where we land gave me a huge advantage, I think. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Odyssey Grav Runners, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you would like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Grav Runners.